Hi friends, it's Lynn here, and I've been asked to recreate some of the cards that are on the cover. So I thought I'd start out with the Thankful for You because it's just such a pretty card, and it's showing a thin cut, some sponging, some crisp air paper, and some of our new dots. So let me show you all of that. In the back of this catalog, you will see that there are these standalone thin cuts. We have the pumpkin, which is what I'm going to use. There's also a leaf, and then the words grateful and thankful. Those are just thin cuts. So you can see how they've been used here. Now, in order to make this card, I've already cut my paper from crisp air. And I wanted to show you what it looks like so far. We just have this strip of paper or piece of paper, which is 4 by 5 1/4. I took some shortbread paper and cut that as well. I believe it's 3 1/4 by 3. And I have some white daisy. The first thing I want to do is show you that when it comes to that thin cut, the pumpkin thin cut, you're going to run it through your machine. And in order to recreate this card, you need to do both cinnamon or paprika, whatever you like. And then this is nectarine. And I needed the nectarine in order to do the pumpkin pieces that will get pieced back into this pumpkin. So this could be used on another layout, whatever you'd like. So this is just standalone. And that's all you need for this thin cut. So let's check that out. So what I'm going to do is I took a piece of, let's take a piece of just some white daisy. I put some glue on the back of here. And the reason I did that is so that when I glue these here, it'll have something to adhere to. So let me just snip around. I mean, this is how I think about doing things. Maybe you have a better method. So the next thing you're going to do, and this is cinnamon ink, and these are the new sponges that have they're a little bit rounded, and I'm just going to go along the edge of the nectarine thin cut on each piece. So I've already done a couple of pieces for you to show you what it looks like. And these are pretty, this one is pretty heavily sponged. So you can pick and choose what you like to do, how much you like to do. And if you like to do more, you just angle it less. And you're more on here. If you're just on the edge like this, that's all you're going to get. But I'm going to go in a little bit more on this one. So what I'm going to do here is you can either glue your piece, whoops. And find the rib that it belongs to. So if you need to adjust it, go right ahead and adjust it. Yes, I could put my glue right in there as well. So it's nice to see options of how you can do this. And then this piece, oops, goes right in the center. I'm actually going to sponge the edge of the pumpkin a little bit. So now you can see the pumpkin is complete. That's what I mean. You can sponge more or less, and there's no right or wrong. It really is up to you. And we're going to sponge it. So we have these new great sponges, and I'm using Sundance. And I'm going to use my fingers to hold the head of it. They're really a soft, really, really soft bristle. Can you see how many bristles are in there? They're super soft. So I'm just going to ink that and press lightly. You can always press more, but we're adding a little bit of color where we're going to stamp our message. So always start out light, and you can always add more. That's all you need the Sundance for. We're going to take the toffee ink, and I'm going to just edge distress my paper. And then I'm going to glue this down. So I was practicing a little bit, make sure I like my pressure. And I'm going to glue this right here. And I'm going to eyeball it and glue it to my card. So I'm pretty sure I have the gold thread in here. And I do. So what I like to do is make sure I have a pair of scissors. Yep. And I like to use a fat glue dot. And I put it on my middle finger, but below the knuckle, so you can see it right there. And then I'm going to wrap my thread, come on, like 3 times around my fingers. So it's stuck to that glue dot. 1, 2, 3, well, like 4. How's that? And snip just that little piece. Okay. I'm actually going to glue this on the back of the pumpkin, like so. So it's kind of nice having that little white piece there. It just gives me a little, it just helps me with the ribs of the pumpkin. And these are stickers. So I've already pulled my stickers off the sheet, and I know this is a hard one for me to cover up. Let's see if there's anything else that I might want to use. I'm using this. You can also stamp whatever you want here, but we'll just go with the program to show you how it's put together. Okay, so we glued that down. And you can just glue this down, but sometimes I like to pop up just a little bit of a leaf. So I'm going to turn my pop-ups over. And maybe just this one right here. So it has a little bit of dimension, and maybe the one right here too. So you can use your thin pop-ups for this. And before I start to go crazy decorating, I want to stamp my message. Now, where did I get those messages, right? You're probably wondering, where did they come from? This is the Crisp Air card making stamp set. So you can see it also has thin cuts. So all of these are super cute for a pumpkin. And hey there, pumpkin, but thankful for you is there. All right, so thankful is on here already. I'm going to use some mocha ink. Left, right, tap, tap. I've already seasoned my stamps. Straight up and down. Beautiful. And I think I'm going to do the For You in cinnamon. I already have it on a block. If you haven't seasoned your stamps, you want to rub them against your skin, ink them up, and then check them out on scrap paper. So I kind of like press it down, make sure it looks good, and it does. All right. Straight up and down. Okay. Looking good. I always clean my stamps as well. All right. So let's finish this card before I show you what you can do with that other pumpkin. Now, I really love these flowers, so I think I'm just going to fussy cut and save this sticker for something else. And I love the fact that if you're a crafter like I am, you like saving some of the goodies, right? The good parts. And that's what I feel about this right now. Now, if you use our Teflon coated scissors, it really works so well because I'm dealing with a sticker right here. So you want to make sure that, I'm just going to cut around this flower right here. All right, so I'm going to save that. I know, crazy, right? Who would do that? And I'm going to have this right like this. And then I'm going to pop up this pumpkin, and you would never know that I covered up that complete sticker. That's what I love. Most of you know me. I am a big paper saver. I show you lots of great ways to cut paper so that you don't use it again and again. So this is like one of those things that I would definitely show you. So I put a little bit of pop-ups on the back. I'm going to, you really can't even see. You see that where it's kind of, you can't even see it. You would never know unless I point it out to you. Okay. These are crisp air dots. And we're just going to use one of these blue ones. I'm going to use a little blue heart right here. Actually, I'm going to do the green one, I think, right here. And I don't have my tweezers right with me, but I'll use this one. And that's it. That's that card. And then we can use these really pretty copper stickles. And I really love the way that looks. And that's it. That's the card on the cover. Isn't that pretty?